Good morning once again, and welcome to your regular program, Business Perspective. Like I told you earlier when we were doing Business Bump Up, I told you that I have a very big fish in the industry, in the business industry, like we did when Mr. President signed into law a new reform on tax. Today, we'll be looking at our insurance sector. My name is Abiola Ismail, and I have in the studio with me Mr. Jeffrey Nuru. He is an expert in the insurance sector. He has been in the insurance sector for more than 3 decades, and he knows the nooks and crannies. He knows everything talking about insurance in Nigeria. This is somebody that is ready to give you everything that you need to know when it comes to insurance. Good morning, Mr. Jeffrey.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Um, what can you say about the new insurance reform that Mr. President just signed into law in August, just a few weeks ago?
Okay, thank you. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Commissioner of Insurance, the Minister for Finance, the National Assembly, and our President for the laudable project. In fact, the Nigeria Insurance Industry Reform Act is a laudable project, as I mentioned. Yeah, the need for the act was born out of several issues.
Okay.
Several issues led to it. One is the need to get the capital requirement of insurance industry to meet with current realities.
Recapitalization.
The recapitalization, yes, to meet with current realities. Yes, before now, the minimum capital requirement is not in line with current realities.
Okay.
Time has overtaken it. Then the second one is the need to support the risk-based capital.
Okay.
There needs to be regulatory or legal framework to support the capital base. And this Niira 2026 has provided, 2025 has provided for it. Then the next one is the power of the commission to appoint an actuary, where the insurance company fails to appoint one.
Okay.
Then the next one is the need to introduce more compulsory insurances. Then the next one is the need for the insurance brokers' license renewal period to be increased from 2 years to 5 years. Then the next one is the introduction of road accident victim compensation fund, to cater for road accident victims. And lastly is the establishment of insurance policy holders protection fund to protect innocent policy holders against distress or insolvency of insurance company.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, when you look at all this that you've been able to postulate for us, Nigeria, we have this culture of running away from insurance from the beginning. We believe that when it's getting to the time of collecting your claims, there's always issues and all that. So that that mind of going into insurance, we did not imbibe it. Now, with this new reform, what do you think it will bring to table for Nigerians, every Nigerians?
Okay, yes, the new Reform Act, in fact, has, first of all, it consolidated all the various insurance laws, brought them into codification of the Niira 2025. And the Niira 2025 has spelled out, the ways insurance claims should be handled. Now, one of the ways is that, or the powers given to the commission, is to apply the statutory deposit of the insurance company in payment of claim when claim is being delayed. Now you can't delay payment of claims. The Niira 2025 spelled out that every insurance claim, except those of the special risk, must be paid within 60 days, from the day of notification, must be paid. And for the special risk, it also spells out how it should be handled. 60 days after the receipt of discharge voucher from the customer or the insured, the insurance company is bound to pay the claim. And if there is delay in payment of claim, the insurance company risk, to pay a fine of 500,000 naira. And after paying the fine of 500,000 naira, they will have to pay the claims, and on monthly basis, they will have to pay compounding interest at the prevailing bank interest rate. So you can see that it's an enormous responsibility for insurance company to not pay claim on time. And if they cannot pay the claim within 60 days of notification, they must inform the insured or the customer or the third party concerned as to why they are not going to admit liability.
Very good. Now, let's look at how does the shift to RBC, that's the risk-based capital, enhance the industry resilience now?
Okay, yeah, it is critical. It's critical because it will enhance industry resilience. One is that the RBC will enable the insurance company to operate professionally. Take the risk you can manage and deal with it, and be adequately capitalized. One, it will give the insurance industry or insurance company that boost to accept more risk.
Okay.
It will enable them have the capacity to accept more risk. Rather than sending the risk abroad, they can now accept that risk. It will be more money for the industry, more money for Nigeria. Okay. And it will enable them to pay claims as they fall due. And besides, the industry will build more reserve, because more money will be, domiciled in the industry for Nigerians. And again, the insurance industry can now finance internally. When they have more reserve and they have capacity to accept more risk, keep the risk or retain the risk, they will be able to finance internally. So there will be industry resilience.
Okay. Now, I've been speaking with Dr. Jeff DURU. He's a PhD holder. He's a managing director, CEO, Universal Insurance. And he has been talking to us on the issue of the new insurance reform. Now, I'd like to know, what expanded power does NICOM now have under this new Niira 2025, and how will it enforce role and challenges?
Okay, yes, the Niira 2025 gave NICOM expanded powers. One is the power to appoint actuary when the insurance company first appoints one.
Okay.
Secondly, now NICOM has power to set up ad hoc committee for the compulsory insurances. Okay. Thirdly, NICOM has power to vary, regulatory licenses of insurance company. Okay. They can vary it when they conduct their RBS and see that this company is not meeting up with the requirement. They can ask you to show up requirement, okay, or they scale you down to a lower operation. Okay. Also, NICOM has the power, like I mentioned earlier, to apply, the statutory deposit of an insurance company in payment or settlement of claim when there is delay.
So let's look at all these categories now. What are the new compulsory insurance categories were introduced, and what are the penalties for non-compliance, like you said earlier, concerning the 500,000 that an insurance company will pay in case? What are other things that we need to look into so that we guide ourselves?
Okay, the compulsory insurances are one, insurance of government assets and employees. Now it becomes mandatory for government assets and the employees to be insured. It is no longer a time where the government will say there is no money voted for that purpose. Now when they are planning their budget, they must include premium or insurance premium in their budget so that they can dispense it when the need arises. Then that is one. Then the second one is insurance of petroleum and gas stations. Petroleum and gas stations, it is compulsory for them to insure, and also insure their petroleum products or goods in transit where they are moving around to cater for the innocent victims. You remember a time where the tanker will explode,
sure,
fire, and cause humongous damages, to innocent passerbys or third parties. So the insurance will cater for those incidentals. Then the last one is insurance of a container. Okay. Container, before, the owners of container were expected, to make deposit in view of, the movement of the containers. When they return it, they will return their deposits to them. But now there is compulsory insurance for the container. And failure to insure for the petroleum and gas station, failure to insure attracts, on conviction, they risk a fine of 1 million naira or 2 years imprisonment or both. So also for the insurance of container, they risk a fine of 1 million naira if they don't comply.
Wow. Now, of recent, the Director General of World Trade Organization, Dr. Okonjo-Iweala, praised Mr. President for a stable economy. She said, yes, Nigerian economy is now stable. But we believe that when the economy is stable, you need to grow on that stability and ensure that we have money in our pocket. Now, this reform, now how does it align with President Tinubu's broader economy and of this vision and the focus of ensuring $1,000 trillion economy by 2030? Do you see this reform getting into?
Yes, this reform is germane, to that project, because this reform will boost or boil insurance business. It will make insurance business robust. It will become a $1 trillion business. People need to, key into insurance now, because tomorrow insurance stock might be difficult or tough to buy. Yes, because this will enable us to domicile some of the majority of the funds that have been going outside the country. Now insurance companies have the capacity to retain more risk. They can finance internally. They can build more reserve. There will be a lot of money in the country by reason of this act, passage of this act.
Now, NICOM is our regulatory body. Now, with this reform, do you see NICOM coming like a wild dog, or do you see NICOM, trying to be mild in their operations now? Because this reform has opened a lot of windows for players and regulator. Now, where do you see this reform coming or bringing us together to be at par?
Okay, NICOM or the commission, has been proactive, even now or in the past, but they will not be more proactive. They will not ensure full compliance of the law, because full compliance of the law will give the law the desired result that is expected. So they will be all out to ensure that both the insurance companies, comply, both the insured also comply in their own areas, and every subsidiaries or activities that has to do with insurance business in Nigeria.
Now, when you started, you told us about the new capital base and the one we were running before. What are the changes that come? Look, we now have a broader, a bigger capital base. What happened to the first one, and why do we need to go into recapitalization?
Okay, the need for recapitalization is critical at this time, because the old capital requirement is no longer in tune with current realities. So the new law, the Niira Act 2025, has now increased the capital base to meet with current realities. For the life insurance business, the capital base used to be 2 billion naira, and now it has been increased to 10 billion naira. For the general insurance business, the capital base used to be 3 billion naira, but now it has been increased to 15 billion naira. Whereas that of the reinsurance business used to be 10 billion naira, but now it has been increased to 35 billion. You can see with robust capital base, they will have broader capacity to assume more risk and even pay their claims as they fall due.
In a situation where
then the law has repealed the section that relates to composite insurance company. There is no longer composite insurance company by reason of the Niira 2025.
Now, in a situation where my company, I am unable to pay or to meet up with that recapitalization, is there any room for merger, acquisition, and all that?
Definitely yes. There will be room for merger and acquisition for few operators. And some operators, if they cannot meet the deadline, the July 2026, recapitalization period, they might exit the business. But majorly, there will be room for merger and acquisition in the industry.
Well, will that one not create another employment?
Bottleneck.
Yeah.
Um, merger and acquisition will also breed a robust insurance organization.
Like
They
we
will
have
also
in the-
need, yes, they will also need, staff or employees
Yes.
to do the work.
Now,
So,
what about the role of AI in insurance?
the role of AI. Yes, the role of AI is creeping in into insurance business. We are trying to explore it, but we are not yet there. So when we are fully, in operation with the AI, then there will be reduced number of staff with, more business perspective. But now, the introduction of AI is slowly, getting into the business.
Now, how will you advise average Nigerian, especially road users, car owners who are running away from insurance of their, not even car owners alone, property, everything? What's your advice to this?
Yes, my advice to them is that there is no hiding place now. The Niira 2025, has spelled out so many ways, mechanism, power on the commission to regulate effectively. Now, if you are an owner of a building under construction that is above one floor, a floor, which we call public building, you must ensure the construction work. If you don't ensure the construction work, you risk a penalty of 5 million naira. And after that, it's not only the 5 million naira, you also risk imprisonment for 2 years or both. So they need to ensure. Then for public building, the one that is being rented, if you are living in a public building, it's either the owner of the building insures it or the occupiers of the building insure it. If they don't insure, they have contravened the law.
Okay.
And they will be penalized for 1 million naira or 2 years imprisonment or both, as the law has spelled out. Then for road users, the road accident, victim compensation fund has created a buffer, a way of, taking care of those that, are engaged in road accident. So that is also a plus for the citizen and also for the industry. So the law is a highly welcome, legislation.
In fact,
So,
I want to
avoid
appreciate
insurance
you,
business.
Doctor. Sincerely, I want to appreciate your coming
Thank you
and
very
for
much.
putting insight into this new reform. A lot of Nigerians out there, they are looking at how will this reform, pay me, pay you, pay every one of us. But with what you've been able to tell us today, I want to believe that you and I will be able to gain one or two things. And we know insurance company is our friend. We need to join. We need to even engage insurance company. We need to even insure our life, our property, our cars, everything that we have. It's a good thing for us to key in into this new Niira 2025. Thank you for coming, Mr. Dr. Jerry Nuru. Really appreciate your coming.
DURU.
Mr. Jeffrey DURU is a managing director of Universal Insurance. He is a man of many parts. He has spent over 30 years in the insurance company. He knows everything about insurance that you need to know. And for this program, I want to believe that you're still going to join us next week, the same time, 11 to 12 or 11 to 10, depending on how our program schedule is. But I want to believe that you've been able to take one or two things from these. Till next time, I will be seeing you. My name is still remain Abiola Ismail. Please do join us and enjoy the rest of our programs. See you for now.